First at 5 people killed in 2 separate wrecks on Interstate 20. How the Abilene Police Chief is responding and how TxDOT is working on a new plan for I-20.
Plus, with Black Friday behind us, it's time to give back to your community. The goal set by the United Way of Abilene for Giving Tuesday.
And a chilly start to the week after a pleasant holiday weekend. However, temperatures are forecast to climb back into the 70s. Abilene's local news starts right now.
Your news in your community. This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 5.
Good evening, I'm Kathleen Barkley.
And I'm David Bacon. Thanks for joining us. 5 people killed in 2 separate wrecks on Interstate 20 in Abilene overnight. The first one, let's get right to the tails of our top story. The first wreck happened around 10 o'clock Sunday evening. A pedestrian was struck and killed while walking near Westlake Road. Traffic quickly became bumper to bumper as crews worked to clear the scene. KRBC reporters were on the scene, but no additional information was available.
Just 2 hours later, another fatal crash on Interstate 20 and East Highway 80. Police confirm 4 people killed, but additional information's currently not available. The identities of those killed not yet been released, but as we receive more information, we'll bring those to you. At least 8 to 10 major wrecks occurred Sunday night into Monday morning along I-20, raising safety concerns about the interstate.
You're going against drivers who are falling asleep and coming into your lane. You're going against drivers that are following so closely that if you happen to suddenly stop, they are going to rear end you. You're going against other drivers who are changing lanes without any notification, and they're not checking their blind spots. It literally is a jungle out there.
KRBC spoke to the Texas Department of Transportation about road conditions. They tell us a project is in the works to expand I-20 from Callahan County to Merkel. The 4-lane interstate would be widened to 6 lanes, creating a safer driving environment.
That increases the opportunity for, less vehicles to be congested into one spot, so slower vehicles can stay over to the right-hand side, and vehicles that are going a little bit faster can move in a more fluid direction in the other 2 lanes.
An official start date for that project has not yet been set.
Now let's check in with Cash for a look at our forecast.
Yeah, thank you, David. It's certainly been more of a late November kind of day, more so than what we've been experiencing over the holiday weekend with temperatures in the 70s. We got kind of spoiled there. Today it was a little bit different. We started out near freezing, and temperatures have warmed only into the 50s. With satellite radar, we can see that high pressure is over the state of Texas, giving us those sunny skies. There's more inclement weather way off towards the Midwest and Northeast with some snow flurries and snow showers way up there, creating some concerns. But for us, it is not a whole lot going on with satellite radar. It's a gorgeous day. It should be a gorgeous sunset going into the next hour or so with some thin high cirrus clouds out towards the southwest. 52 degrees at the Abilene Regional Airport. Down in the Heartland and Brownwood, 52 degrees as well, with some northerly winds coming in about 5 to 10 miles an hour. If you're planning out your evening, here you go. It's going to be somewhat of a chilly night. Very calm and quiet weather patterns. Sunset set for around 5:34 with clear skies and southerly winds. And heading into tonight, it's going to be rather chilly. Temperatures getting at or near freezing once again. Guys?
All right, Cash, thank you. Now, so much of that recent traffic had to do with the Thanksgiving holiday, but also with plunging gas prices over the last week. Most Abilene stations averaging about $2.20 to $2.40 per gallon, having dropped to nearly 20 cents over the last month. Analysts say crude oil prices continue to fall on the international trade markets. Those price drops are expected to continue. And we're looking ahead now to a week full of holiday happenings. Tonight kicks off the 30th year for Abilene City Sidewalks. The annual celebration begins tonight in holiday style with a red coat ribbon cutting in just under an hour, followed by the outdoor tree illumination and 3 major light displays on the south side of the Abilene Convention Center. A fireworks display will also be sure to wow the crowd. Then at 7 p.m., the Soda District Courtyard will trim their outdoor tree in honor of local nonprofits for Giving Tuesday. And that is tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be carolers and musical entertainment beginning at 6:30 ahead of Mayor Anthony Williams lighting the city's official Christmas tree. That one will be inside of the Convention Center at 7:30. The week of City Sidewalks will continue through Saturday with various events, displays, shopping, and holiday festivities. More information can be found on our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.
Nearly 300 kids from Abilene's Gifted and Talented program got to look into the future at Cedar Creek today. Topping your education news tonight, the Cedar Creek Waterway Project is being called a multi-year and multi-generational effort. But the seeds are planted, showing the kids what could be possible. Kids got a chance to check out a short section of the trail, and judging by their smiles, they're on board with the plan.
It's not going to happen overnight, but we want, our nonprofit is devoted and dedicated to creating things in as quickly as possible. We've been at it 10 years, and we can't believe that it's already been 10 years.
One big step in the process visible today, a sign on South 11th Street marking the waterway.
And after all of the shopping days between, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of that we've had going on, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. It's a chance for you to give back to your community. United Way has 3 match donors: Aaron Watson, Lone Star Loans, and Happy State Bank. Matches will be made up to $12,500. Their goal is to raise $50,000.
The money that we'll raise on Giving Tuesday will go into our annual campaign, which we distribute every year to nonprofit agencies in our community. So this year we're distributing money to 24 different nonprofits in our community that work in the areas of education, financial stability, and health.
Giving Tuesday officially kicks off at midnight. If you want to donate, you can go online to their website at unitedwayabilene.org or go to their building at 240 Cypress Street.
And it's just not the Abilene community getting in on the giving spirit tomorrow. Charities from all over the country hope Americans will be generous this holiday season.
But they fear the change in the nation's tax laws might change how much Americans donate. Our Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon reports.
From large-scale disasters like the wildfires in California to smaller but very real ones like a kitchen fire at home, the Red Cross helps people in need.
We respond to 64,000 disasters on average every year. That's 1 every 8 minutes.
This Giving Tuesday, the Red Cross hopes Americans will give.
They can donate blood, they can make a financial donation, and they can also give the gift of time.
Changes to the tax law mean it will now be harder for most Americans to get a deduction for their charitable donations. But organizations like the Red Cross hope that won't stop people from giving.
The optimist in me thinks that people give out of the goodness of their heart.
Other organizations like Stand Together hope to entice donors with a different kind of incentive. Executive Director Evan Feinberg says Stand Together will give a dollar-for-dollar match through the end of Giving Tuesday.
We identify and vet the most effective nonprofit organizations in the country. These organizations are taking bold and innovative approaches that are helping people to lift themselves out of poverty.
One example is an organization called The Phoenix.
And they help people to overcome the power of addiction through supportive community and celebrating sobriety rather than focusing just on their addiction.
You can find a list of innovative charities on standtogetheragainstpoverty.org. And of course, the Red Cross is at redcross.org. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Alexandra, thank you for that report. And tonight, First Lady Melania Trump is unveiling this year's White House holiday decorations. We've got an inside look. KRBC's own Mark Meredith went behind the scenes.
Music from the Marine Corps Band fills the White House with holiday cheer. And throughout the mansion, there's no shortage of wreaths, trees, and lights.
Have a good time, enjoy.
The White House gave us a sneak peek at this year's holiday decorations. Our tour began in the East Wing, where a tree stands honoring America's Gold Star military families. Moving down the East Colonnade, eye-popping red berry trees line the hall. The library and East Room are both decked out with what else? Christmas trees. The White House says this year's theme is American treasures, and it considers the crown jewel to be the 18-foot Christmas tree from North Carolina that towers over the Blue Room. The Fraser fir is covered with blue velvet ribbons recognizing each of the states and territories. Next door in the Red Room, the focus is on children, including ornaments, each stamped with the logo of First Lady Melania Trump's Be Best campaign. In the grand foyer, decorators say the focus is on the treasure of patriotism. Red ornaments of all sizes blanket the hall. The White House hopes we will all remember to embrace America's national treasures long after the holidays have come and gone. At the White House, I'm Mark Meredith.
Coming up next on First at 5, most of us work to stick to a budget when it comes to holiday shopping, but if those good intentions go down the drain, it might not be your fault.
And temperatures holding in the 50s right now, but warmer weather is expected by the week's end. My forecast is up next.
This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 5 with Kathleen Barkley and David Bacon.